Hey guys, this is Eric with Eric and Nikki, and today we're going to show you our newest acquisition, what we're going to do with it, and how we bought it. Today I'm joined with my friend and business partner in this deal, Pat. We are going to go through how we got to this point and what you guys can learn and how you guys can buy your first quad triplex apartment complex. As always, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and leave us a comment. So when we were here in February, we actually came to this triplex and we did an auction. It was in the snow.
If you have any questions, we made a little cheat sheet here with the cold weather today. If you haven't got one of those, it just goes over some specifics on all three units.
We didn't think a lot of people were gonna show up. I might have gotten a little carried away with the auction, as I tend to do. I probably went, what, 30,000 more?
It was a good bit over what we wanted to go for.
Pat brought me here and said, hey, don't go over 230. I ended up at like 258. We got outbid on this one by another $1,000, but it just, for the cash flow and what we were trying to do, it really didn't make sense.
Not a lot. It needed a lot of work. Like, they're probably gonna end up putting about 100,000, 130,000 into this project.
Yep.
I guess kind of leads us to how we found the property next door.
Absolutely. Tell us a little bit about what you ended up doing once we got done with this auction.
Yeah, so we left here and I just kind of went back. It was super cold, but we noticed that there was a quadplex next door, great street and a great lot. We skip traced the owner. It's a California owner, same program that Eric uses. It's batch leads.
Yep.
So we used batch leads and PropStream, found the owner, and he's like 350, no questions asked. And so he definitely wanted to sell, and we did a little bit of back and forth, and long story short, we ended up getting this for right at 325.
Yep. Now, at first, when we first got this lead after that, I kind of told Patrick, I was like, look, I don't know that 325 is really where we want to be on this property, because I had bought before, which I'll show you a picture of what we did finish, I had bought a quad at 200 about 6 months before. And so I was like, I think we're a little high, but after we really started diving into comps in the area, comps had skyrocketed. It went from about 200, I sold that quad for 4, but of course it was all redone. And then we started looking at other comps. We had one triplex, 399. We had one quad at 450.
I think there was a 5-plex at around 600.
Correct. So we came back and we really did our numbers. And when we were doing those numbers, it really made sense. It didn't make sense off the current rents, but it made sense when we could raise the rents a little bit. And then we also thought about an Airbnb play here. We are less than a half a mile from MTSU. With that being said, what ends up happening with your Airbnb being that close is you can get really good daily rents. Yeah. The other thing you can get with the Airbnb is that you can really push on a 1-bedroom here, because there's not a lot of that available really anywhere within this area.
Yeah.
And you're walking distance to the square. It's a really good location. So come on and we'll show you kind of what we're gonna do. In this complex, there are 4 1-bed, 1-bath units with full living space and washer and dryer hookups, which for this area, that is a big, big deal. Having washer and dryer hookups is gonna be about another $150 a month having it in the unit.
There are a lot of laundromats nearby the school and all around here.
Correct, yep. Up front here, we've got 1, 2, 3, and then there's one in the back, so come on and we'll walk through this one. You guys can't smell the smell in this one, but it's pretty rough. It's a strong cat smell. But what we looked at when we walked through these is a couple of the biggest things we look for are all these windows had been replaced. That was a big ticket item that was already done. This actually has HVAC, which is also a big ticket item. This is your living room, maybe bedroom. Now the layout's a little different, but Also living room. As you can see, it's an old, very, very old house with fireplace and everything like that. So if we're gonna go Airbnb here, we're probably gonna be maybe 150 to 200,000 into the building. We would do a full gut. We'd really get everything corrected, make it really, really nice. But what we think we're gonna do right now, because we feel like the value here is about 475. With us buying it at 325, we bought this with hard money. We ended up putting five grand, 10 grand.
I think it was 10 a piece on there, like right around that, and then just the remainder of it was a hard money loan.
So our rate here, we ended up doing 12% interest on this one. We're in it for about 30 days right now. We're getting the tenants out, and then we've already got a bank that's gonna end up doing the refi on this. We're hoping it's gonna appraise about 475. That way we'll get all our money out and we'll cash flow somewhere around 1,000, 1,500 a month total for the building after taxes, insurance, and everything. As you can see, it definitely needs some work, but deals like this are what is going to set you apart as an investor when you first start, because they are not hard to get, as we talked about. They're very inexpensive to buy, as long as you know hard money, which I'll link our hard money video on what exactly that is if you don't know what it is. And they really give you a good value because you don't have money in them after the BRRR, and you just aren't that much into it. Now, our idea was to go ahead and refi this, hold it for about 4 or 5 years, then maybe come in and take it down.
There's a lot of new construction going on around the area, and then you have the school half a mile away, and then just there's some zoning things going on that are affecting the lots and possibly making each lot worth double what they are now. We feel like it's just best to get all of our money back in classic BRRR, but not on a single family house, and then just kind of check back in.
Absolutely. A lot of people will probably have the question, why did we decide to partner together? For me, he brought the deal to the table, right? And we had already done a couple of other deals together. We work well together. We kind of know what we were doing, and we brought different things to the table. So he brought the deal, I brought the ability to get it refinanced out and have the ability to get it completely rehabbed. But I think in the long run for us, partnering on deals like this just make more sense because we can do more of them.
You can do more of them. Eric and I probably have about $2 or $3 million in debt together right now, not including our separate companies, but just kind of like any partnership. If one of us would have done this deal ourselves, I'd say you instantly increase your net worth by about $150,000. But we got this under a joint LLC, doing a partnership deal together. The best thing about like a partnership like this, you may look at it like, you don't get the whole profit, but you mitigate your risk. So we felt like this was a good deal, but just in case, in some of the bigger deals, when you're able to mitigate your risk like that, that is a big thing for a partnership. When
you go into a partnership, you want to make sure you have an understanding of exactly what each role is and who's bringing what to the table. Ours has worked really well so far, and we plan on buying a lot more. As always, guys, if there's any questions about what you're going to see here or what you want us to do here even, we'd happy to answer those. And hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and go follow Patrick.